What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you the 3 things you need inside of your email channel to make sure that you see success for your brand. So really quick, my name is Noah Franco, and over the past 12 months, I've helped 6- and 7-figure brands scale their email marketing systems, obviously, of course, using email and SMS. And so in this video, again, I'm just going to be going over the 3 things you need and that have helped me scale those brands. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to need is a pop-up form. Now, here is what a good pop-up form would look like. So I will break this down for you. But the reason why we want a pop-up form is because we need a way to capture the people, the site traffic that we are getting, right? So essentially what our paid ads are doing is it's getting us our reach, but we need reach and capture. Now, the pop-up acts as the capture mechanism to now incentivize someone to give you their email in exchange for an offer. Now, pretty much just breaking this down here, we have a lifestyle image, and the reason why we want to put a lifestyle image, if we have some, is because it adds a little bit more touch to the brand in terms of personality. If we can show someone maybe smiling with our product or just kind of having our product, we can really emphasize the personality of the brand. So that works really well there. But I do recommend that you do test this. Again, try product images or lifestyle image. But I've seen over the 6- and 7-figure brands that I've worked with that lifestyle images do work the best. But again, test it, try it for your brand. But moving over, we have the logo. We have our offers. So pretty much very simple. Want 10% off, get 10% off, unlock free shipping, whatever it really is, we want to just keep it that. Don't add anything else, because a lot of people like to add that little text that says get exclusive insights and early releases and previews. And the problem with that is it's just more copy. And as we know, more copy scares off customers. So main thing here is to keep it simple. Let them know what they're going to get. Do you want this? You can enter your email here. Yes, I do want it. No, thanks. I'll pay full price as the way to click off. And so that's pretty much just the overview of what a good pop-up form looks like. Now, again, I've used this to help 7- and 6-figure brands scale their email marketing and their list growth. And I highly recommend that you try this yourself for your brand. So that's going to cover topic number 1 is we need a pop-up form. I just gave you it, so go ahead and try it for your brand. The next thing we need is an effective email campaign strategy. So I'm going to make myself a little bit tinier. Here we go. So is it going to let me zoom in? All right. Okay. So an effective email campaign strategy. The reason why we need an effective email campaign strategy is because without this, our emails are going to fall flat and they're going to be very dual. Now, what consists of an effective email campaign strategy is going to be educational content, a compelling subject line, and the audience that you're sending to, also known as segmentation. Now, going to educational content, we can do things like provide useful information. This can be tips and tricks, product recommendations, style guides, things like that, kind of just involving them with our brand a little bit more and educating the customer. If you're a supplement brand, you can do something about an ingredient that's in your supplement. Why do you use, caffeine, right? Why do you use the green tea leaf extract? I know I see that in a lot of the energy drinks. Go deeper into that topic. Educate the customers. Customers want to be educated in your product because it makes them feel more aligned with the brand, and it can cause a really good connection between you and your customers. So moving on, we have a compelling subject line. Now, this is going to be something that is attention-grabbing. It's going to be concise, and it's going to be clear and understandable. Sometimes when I'm reading subject lines in my inbox, they are not clear, and it kind of has like a two-way street to it, and it can mean 2 different things. We don't really want to do that. That's going to scare customers or people that are looking at their inbox away from opening our emails. So really what we want to think of this as an open loop. I know I've mentioned that before, but loop them into something. Going back to that green tea leaf extract example, you can do something like why we use green tea leaf extract. Now, the reason for that is because the reason that is an open loop is because in order for them to find out why you do that, they need to click in the email, open the email, and read the email, obviously explaining further as to why you use that. So again, open loop strategy, highly effective, highly recommend that you use it. And then we move on and we now have segmentation. Now, segmentation can be split up into two different things, again, but this is going to really depend on the content that you're sending. So highly recommend that you do this as the first step. So know who are you sending to. It's either going to be a behavior-based segmentation or a engagement-based segmentation. Now, the difference between the two is behavior-based. Obviously, as it sounds, it is as a behavior that they currently did. They took an action, or they've been doing certain amount of behaviors that now put them in there. For example, one that you can do is like window shoppers, right? So that's a behavior-based, because window shoppers is someone who's been viewing your site, you know, they viewed your site in the last, or they viewed a product 3 times in the last, I don't know, week or something, right? So that would be something behavioral-based. Engagement-based is just, what have they done with your brand to engage? Have they, opened any emails? Have they clicked any emails, right? Things like that. That's more of engagement-based. So that's going to be more of a wider field, wider range. If you're just doing kind of educating content, really go off of there. If you're doing behavior-based content and you're planning on sending out certain things that would involve behavior-based, maybe, educating people on a certain product, or maybe how fast shipping is, things like that, that would be more behavior-based. But again, this is step 2 in the funnel that you need is an effective email campaign strategy. Now, so moving on to step number 3 is going to be your automation, also known as your flows. Now, for the sake of this, I'm just going to break down one by one. But if you go into my other videos, I go more in depth on these topics, but for the sake of time and your time mainly, because I don't want to waste your time, we're just going to kind of quickly skim over these. So welcome flow, what is it meant to do? It is meant to nurture new subscribers. New people come into your brand, they want to know things, and you want to build a connection here. This is the most important part, to build a connection, because typically here is where you're going to get the most purchases out of any other flow. So just going to kind of want to connect them with your brand. And that's what the welcome flow is supposed to do. Now, if you do want to look at this quickly, you can go ahead and pause the video and just take a look at what all of these is, or you can go on my other YouTube videos where I break these down really in depth. But next flow is going to be site abandonment flow. Now, this flow is just to capture all of the people who viewed your site. They haven't done anything yet. They just kind of browsed to the site. They haven't browsed products. So really kind of just here checking in, nudging them to view a product, which is now this next step, browse abandonment flow. So they browsed the product, but they left the site for some reason. They didn't add it to their cart. Here is a very important step, because here in the flow, they are probably searching for competitors. They're looking on Amazon. They're looking on, like drop shipping stores to make sure that they can't source the product cheaper than you, or they can't get the product cheaper than you. And so that's pretty much what that is about. Just kind of going over again, simple flow, just really handle objections here, because this is the most important period of the customer journey. Now, abandoned cart flow, this is where someone abandons their cart. So they added a product to their cart, but they clicked off, they maybe swiped out of the application. Mainly what we want to do here is just kind of remind them and handle any objections, give some social proof, show our uniqueness of the brand, and kind of convert them. This is a converting flow. Same with the checkout abandonment flow. This is when someone has now started checkout, but they maybe closed the application, or they, did something to forget about checking out. Maybe their baby started crying. You never know. So again, just reminder, handle objections, give some social proof, show your uniqueness. and then really push for an offer and a last chance just to kind of create that last bit of urgency. Sometimes people do need that because they don't yet know the value that your product can provide for them, so they can't compare a price to something. So by giving an offer, we can convert those people that are still needing that extra push. Now, here we have our post-purchase flows. These are going to be once someone has already purchased, and these are really going to just drive more connection with customers rather than purchases. However, these are purchase-heavy flows as well. So it's kind of a double win here. But going over this, we have our post-purchase flow here. And pretty much what it is just broken up into people who have purchased multiple times from anywhere from 1 through 4. But it just consists of when someone has made a purchase, they will get enrolled here. For example, the first-time purchaser, they will get a plain text just kind of thanking them. You're going to get looped into the brand mission a little bit further. Email 3 will just be kind of show off community and show them that they are a part of something bigger. Really kind of dive deeper into what your brand is about. And, if you donate any of your percentages to charity or to a cause, really loop them in here and just kind of show them that their purchase means something bigger than just another number. And then email 4 is going to be push for SMS signup. So if they have not yet enrolled, we're just going to kind of want to introduce SMS, give some benefits as to why, they should join SMS and things like that. And then again, pretty much same thing here. Plain text, thanking them, a sincere thank you, of course, and then introduce the VIP program. Just let them know, hey, we do have a VIP program. It's exclusively, you're almost there. You only need about one more purchase. And then just kind of remind them again of the VIP program. Hey, are you interested? Here's what it is. And then the plain text from founder for purchase number 3. These are going to be very loyal customers now. So we now want to add them into a VIP flow, which I will go over. Email 4 is just going to be a plain text from the founder. Just again, these are your most loyal customers. So make sure that it's very sincere, and you want these to be all different from each other, not the same. Now, next flow, I didn't realize I had these spaced out horribly. Let me fix this really quick. So, sorry about that. Okay. So our win back flow is just going to consist of winning them back. This is once someone has purchased before, but they have not made a purchase in the past 180 days. We just kind of want to send them a plain text from the founder just saying, hey, we miss you. Here are some things that you might have missed. And then can we expect you back? Then we move on to our VIP flow. Like I mentioned, this is when someone has already purchased 3+ times. So we're just going to kind of welcome them into the VIP flow. Then we're going to let them know, hey, this is what you can expect. Things like exclusive discounts, early releases, first dibs, whatever it may be that you want to include in your VIP. And then just if they still haven't converted yet again, just kind of give them a offer here. Day 23 is just going to be an offer. So this can be, remember, these people are your most valuable and loyal customers. So you really want to make sure that you give a strong offer here. Percentages off work well. Dollars amounts work off. Dollar amounts off work well. Sorry about that. And then your offer is expiring soon. Just kind of letting them know. So again, just quickly overviewing this. The 3 things you need for a successful email channel is a pop-up form, high converting one, which you can just follow this template here. An effective email campaign strategy, because that's going to be the driver of your email campaigns. Without a strategy, they're going to plummet and they're going to feel flat. And then you need the proper automation, also known as flows. So if you did like this video, I'd appreciate it if you can just leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment on maybe what you want to go over, what you need to be covered next. I am going to leave the link in the description for my 12 trainings if you do want to check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.